I was born and raised in Canada. I've lived all over. I lived in Iowa, New York, and I've been in this region for the last 20 years. I got my bachelor's degree in New York, SUNY Albany, and then I went to Temple Law School in Philadelphia for my JD. I decided to go to law school because I thought it was the best way to use my talent set to help other people. Well, I guess when I was in college, I realized that I enjoyed the spirited debate. In college, I got to experience that on a bigger scale with more interesting topics, and I figured that specifically trial advocacy in the law would be the best way to continue experiencing that kind of enjoyment for myself. In law school, I tried the trial advocacy team, where we competed in mock trials around the country, and that really kindled my love for trial work and the kind of work that we do at this office. We were the two-time regional champions and national trial competition finalists in my first year competing in that. And we won numerous awards. Temple's trials team is very well respected and well known. But being able to compete in front of the American College of Trial Lawyers in Texas was quite an experience and an accomplishment. I picked Temple to be a trial lawyer. I was on their trial team, and then when I came out of law school, I went to work as an assistant district attorney, where I got extensive trial experience. Prosecuted high-profile drug cases, wiretap cases, homicide cases. All of us here have trial experience at Stephen's office, and that was one of the things that he was looking for when he took me on, I know. Somebody that had that background that I have of trying cases in front of juries, appellate work, taking a case really from A to Z was important to Steve, that we could all be able to do that and participate in every level of the case for the client. Most attorneys never see the inside of a courtroom. So the fact that you have trial lawyers indicates that we have that experience of being in a courtroom. And when you have lawyers that aren't trial lawyers trying to settle a case for somebody, the insurance companies know that there's only so far they're going to go. And they know when they're dealing with our firm, with 3 experienced trial lawyers, that we're willing to go as far as it takes. Because we're able to take the case into litigation and through litigation and achieve those positive results, we get a much better result for the client at every stage of the litigation, whether it's pre-trial settlement or taking the case through a trial. The number one complaint about attorneys is that we don't communicate with our clients. And I knew walking in the door at this firm that they took that seriously. And every client that we have gets a phone call from one of us every month. And that's something that I know no other attorney's office in the city can offer or does offer. So his commitment to his clients was a big reason for me to want to work for Steve Chung. And his integrity and his gravitas in the legal community as well. And I knew that I'd be able to use my talents here in that way. That I understand that people coming into contact with the legal system, it's not what they're used to, and it's what we are used to. And it's important to keep that in mind, that we understand that we're explaining things to people that don't have a baseline level of knowledge. And we make sure to keep that communication open and the explanations coming so that people understand what's going on. And I know that that's appreciated. I hear that all the time, that even when they switch attorneys and come to us, they remark on how much they appreciate the level of communication we provide and the level of information and resources that we're able to do. At our office, clients are people. It's not a name on a file. It's a person that we keep in contact with, that we get to know. And that really changes the experience when you're working with a person rather than a file. And I know at a lot of other firms, and I've been at them myself, where a client is a name on a file and nothing more until the case is over. And that's what I appreciate most about working with Steve, is that the clients are people, and they're treated as people, and they're communicated with as people, and we treat their case just like we want our case to be treated. I tried a case actually just a few months after I started here, and took that to trial in Philadelphia and secured a maximum verdict. It was really satisfying to be able to get the maximum reward in that case. The client's response when we ultimately won that trial was a big hug for me and honest appreciation. We took a case, a difficult case, on liability for a young homeless man whose arm had been run over by a tractor trailer. And it was a difficult case on liability, and a lot of firms probably wouldn't have taken it. And we decided to help this guy who was injured through no fault of his own, we believed. And it took a minute, but we were able to secure compensation for him that was commensurate with his injuries. And you know, to be able to impact somebody's life like that, somebody who was homeless and renting cars to make Uber deliveries, and to be able to impact their life in such a positive way. Even though it's only paying back what they've lost, we don't lose sight of that and recognize that it's life-changing for people, and it was life-changing for him. And that was really rewarding. That's why I do what I do.